community continues to try to come to grips with a tragic car accident that claimed 4 teenagers. Good evening, everyone. Students, teachers, and families attended the funerals today of 3 young men who were killed last weekend.
Funeral services for Forrest Howell, Gregory Walters, and Thomas Word were held in Martin today. Janine Huber reports on this day that was set aside for people to remember the lives of these teenagers.
It is lunchtime at Prestonsburg High School, but the cafeteria is empty. The hallways and classrooms have been abandoned. Instead, the students are learning a tough lesson in life, the death of 3 fellow seniors. Walters, Howell, Word, and Sean Pilch, whose services were held for Tuesday, were all killed early Sunday morning when their car ran off the road and crashed into an abandoned building. Students say they will miss their friends' laughter.
They were funny. They could make you laugh. You'd be just sitting in class or sitting in the gym, and they were just great. They were just really light-spirited and just a fun group.
And it's not just the classmates that have been touched by this sudden loss. The community has as well.
Most people didn't find out about it until they began to getting to the church services that they were attending on Sunday. About everyone. Prestonsburg is the biggest high school in the county, and it affected other schools.
Now, they are still awaiting autopsy results to determine whether alcohol may have contributed to the crash. Initial reports say the car may have been exceeding the area's 45-mile-per-hour speed limit at the time of the crash.
Janine, we're told the counselors were called in this week to help students deal with the problem.
Yes, that is true. Counselors were brought in for students, but they were also brought in for the emergency crew workers who were at the scene of the crash last weekend. They say they were there to help them deal with that image of that scene.
All right, Janine Huber, thanks very much for that story. Mourners in Lexington are paying their last respects to a Lexington firefighter.
Charles Williams Jr. died in the line of duty on Monday. Barry Peel has our story.
Acting Lexington Fire Chief Ron O'Brien led the first contingent of mourners today when visitation began at noon. Throughout the day, representatives of fire departments around Kentucky arrived to pay their last respects. Dozens of firefighters from other states are expected here tomorrow.
They're such a close-knit family that everybody shows their support. We've got people coming from all over the state and even West Virginia, Ohio, and Tennessee, things of that nature. And they'll be here tomorrow, too.
Lexington Mayor Pam Miller was among the mourners at Whitehall today. Elsewhere, many who could not come displayed their sympathy by wearing a ribbon.
Showing them a little respect.
Have you noticed a lot of people doing this?
Yeah, quite a bit, mostly from the government office buildings, county attorneys. Some of the girls came in, pinned them on us, and a lot of them from the county attorneys are wearing them.
Fire departments from around the country have been sending floral tributes today, and some have sent money for charitable donations in memory and honor of Charles Williams, Jr.
And that was Barry Peel reporting. Now, firefighters we spoke with today from around the region say the loss of a life in the line of duty affects every firefighter in Kentucky.
A Williamsburg man has been arrested in the attack of a woman who was found severely beaten at a Corbin truck stop earlier this year. 36-year-old Gerald Morgan is being held in an Indiana jail on cocaine charges. And as Neil Middleton explains, police believe the attack was the result of a turf war between rival prostitution rings working the area.
43-year-old Linda Neal was found last September in a rear parking lot of Corbin's 76 truck stop. It's the same location where 6 people had been arrested just a week earlier on charges of prostitution. Police believe the victim, who also goes by the name of Gypsy, was working the truck stop on the night of her attack.
We believe that he may have been involved in prostitution himself, and that due to the fact that she was prostituting in the area also, that caused a confrontation to take place.
Since the attack, local police have added extra patrols around the truck stops and motels that sit along the interstate, and the number of complaints is down. But police admit prostitution is still a booming business. The interstate is a prime location for prostitutes looking to make a quick buck because there's always a ready source of potential customers traveling along the highway.
We've arrested ladies that's made $500 and $600 in a 4-hour span, so it's a lucrative business, but it's something that we need to put a stop to.
Tony, Gerald Morgan is charged with first-degree assault along with being a persistent felony offender. Now, he's not expected to be brought back into Kentucky until he finishes serving his time in Indiana, and that will probably be sometime around December.
Neil, the suspect and the victim are both from this area. Are we to assume that these prostitution rings then are local?
Well, no, actually, police say what they believe are that these people are moving in from the north, moving south, mainly from Indiana and Ohio, establishing a residence here. They believe both the suspect and victim, in fact, were from the Ohio area. They're coming in, and then they're working the interstate all along Interstate 75 south to Knoxville on down toward Lexington.
All right, Neil Middleton, thank you. Allegations that an eastern Kentucky woman allowed children to smoke crack cocaine in her home will go before a grand jury. 35-year-old Sherry Baker was back in Floyd District Court today for a preliminary hearing. Baker was arrested last Wednesday by Floyd County Sheriff's deputies. She's charged with 4 counts of unlawful transaction with a minor for letting kids as young as 6 use drugs in her Oxford home. Baker has also been charged in connection with the armed robbery of a Prestonsburg convenience store last month. Police are releasing few details of an investigation into an apparent murder-suicide involving 2 Pike Countyans. Authorities say the body of 41-year-old Roy Roberts of Regina was found Friday in an Illinois motel. The body of Roberts' mother, 61-year-old Jareen Roberts, was found last Wednesday in her home. Authorities believe Roberts killed his mother and then drove to Illinois and killed himself.
The retrial of a man accused of gunning down a construction worker outside a Harlan Elementary School has been delayed. Jury selection was scheduled to begin today in the murder trial of 43-year-old Kenneth Pennington. But Harlan Commonwealth's attorney Henry Johnson says the judge ordered the trial moved to Laurel County, saying the jury had been tampered with. Pennington was convicted in 1993 for the shooting death of George Arnett, but that verdict was later overturned. A new trial date has been set for May 14th in Laurel Circuit Court. A state senator soliciting money for a religious organization says he was wrong to use the state seal on letters asking for donations. Tim Philpott says he raised about $3,400 from Kentuckians, but now wants the money to be returned. Philpott sent letters to nearly 2,000 Kentuckians in December using letterhead that contained the words Commonwealth of Kentucky and State Senate. Philpott is raising money for the Christian Businessmen's Committee International of Chattanooga, which he is the unpaid vice president.
An Eastern Kentucky school system has started a new program with the hopes of keeping the students in school.
The Perry County school system is not targeting potential dropouts. The program is designed to keep students from missing class time from day to day. Kevin Myers joins us now from our news center with the details. Kevin?
Well, Tony, Susanna, students missed the most class time during the months of December and January, and school officials say by starting that program now, it may help curb absenteeism next year. The system hopes to involve parents, students, the court system, and medical professionals, all in an effort to help keep the number of days missed to a minimum.
We've noticed that there's a lot of students that are missing. They miss half days, parts of days, first period class, last period of class, and these things are eating into the children's education. And unless we get all the groups working together, and in particular the parents, their child will have a less opportunity to get a better education.
Ignite says the system loses funding when students miss class. However, they say the monetary value is not as important as the educational value lost when students are not in class. And Tony and Susanna, where the court systems come into play are the fines handed to parents of students that miss a lot of class time. The first offense carries a fine of up to $100, and the second offense carries a fine of up to $250.
You mentioned the court system, but where does the medical profession play in all this?
Well, of course, doctors issue excuses to students who have missed class time because of an appointment, and school administrators just want to make sure that that program is not abused.
All right, Kevin Myers, thank you. The nation's first lady may be accompanying thousands of volunteers to Kentucky this summer.
We'll tell you how they will help some families have a place they can call home. Stay with us.
It's here, Truck Month at Walters Toyota. We've got our largest selection of trucks at our lowest price. Right now, you can drive away with the popular Toyota Tacoma four-wheel drive for $199 a month. Plus, Walters Toyota has taken major markdowns on over 100 pre-owned two-wheel and four-wheel drive trucks with all makes and models to choose from. February is Truck Month, and a new Toyota Tacoma four-wheel drive can be yours for $199 a month, only at Walters Toyota.
Did you know insurance companies are required by law to settle claims within a reasonable amount of time? Unfortunately, most of them do not do that. At Stumbo, Bowen & Barber, we've taken insurance companies head-on in court over this issue. If you've been hurt, you know you need a firm to represent you against the one who caused your injury, but you also need a firm experienced in taking on the big insurance companies because you have a right to a timely settlement. Stumbo, Bowen & Barber, always here to protect your legal rights.
Low prices getting better every day. That's gotta make you smile. Always low prices, always Walmart.
Happy Mart has big news. At the Herald Happy Mart, you can enjoy great tasting Pizza Hut pizza. You can eat in or pick it up. That's fresh. Hot. Great tasting Pizza Hut pizza at the Herald Happy Mart. It's just another way Happy Mart is taking care of you. Pizza Hut, now at Happy Mart.
The Cats are rolling to take on the Tide. Alabama's ready, but Kentucky's never easy to defeat. Kentucky-Alabama Wednesday.
First Lady Hillary Rodham Clinton may be on her way to our region to join former President Jimmy Carter in a major project to build homes in eastern Kentucky.
Officials with Habitat for Humanity made that announcement during a groundbreaking ceremony at one of the sites in Pike County. Michael Goins has our story.
Local and state Habitat for Humanity leaders broke ground in an area behind Pikeville Elementary School where 8 homes will be built. Former President Jimmy Carter and his wife Rosalind will be among those hammering in the Pikeville Hills.
President and Mrs. Carter will be in a house right up here behind me, building for 5 days. We're going to blitz in 5 days, a house. And right next to them, first ladies from around the country, including possibly Hillary Clinton, will be building a house called the First Lady's House.
Of the 50 homes set to be built during the week-long blitz this summer, the majority of them will be in Pike County. 14 will be constructed in Pikeville and 8 in the Phelps area. Moorhead will get 6, and 3 homes apiece will be put up in Beattyville and Hyden.
Well, we once got the churches involved, and then the local banks, the local businesses, the medical people, the civic organizations. When we started getting those people involved, then things started happening.
The Hammering in the Hills project kicks off on June 15th. If you'd like to volunteer, you're asked to call your local Habitat for Humanity office in Pikeville. Michael Goins, 57 Mountain News.
There was a strong endorsement today in the financial world for expansion plans at Pikeville Methodist Hospital. A $45 million bond. We're going to see what happens.
Over 1,000 yards last season. Golf, the PGA Championship is wide open now. 9 golfers within 2 shots of the lead as we head to the 3rd round. Justin Leonard, the British Open winner from the United States, one of those guys, the birdie on 18 to get him to 2 under. Here's the one everybody's chasing, though, Lee Jansen. Red hot. Look at that shot right there. He follows it up with the putt for par. Lee Jansen now, as we check the leaderboard, he is the one to catch at the PGA Championship. 4 under par. Davis Love the 3rd, right behind him at 3 under par. And some of the guys who are just 2 strokes back, Justin Leonard, Fred Couples, who had a magnificent shot today, Phil Mickelson, all within striking distance there at the PGA Championship. NASCAR in Michigan today for the DeVilbiss 500. Johnny Benson on the pole right there, 183-mile-per-hour lap. Mark Martin, Ricky Craven, Dale Jarrett, Jeff Burton, some of the guys who didn't qualify. Dale Earnhardt will have to take a provisional as he tries to get into the field. And Jeff Gordon qualifying in at 17th place. One other note, Orlando Pace signs a big contract tonight, the former Buckeye.
Wow. Thanks a lot, Matt. Final weather check, and we'll head out to music under the stars right after this.
Something has just arrived. Something that's sure to get you moving. The Ford factory authorized clearance, the chance to find incredible deals on every 97 truck in stock. Get 1,000 cash back on Ford Windstar, 1,000 back on Ranger, or choose 4.8 financing for 60 months on Ranger and save over $2,700 versus conventional finance rate. Serious trucks, serious savings. The factory authorized clearance, only at your best quality Ford dealer. Hurry. Deals like these are sure to be gone in a flash.
It starts here. It starts here. It also starts here and here.
And it all starts right here at Walmart, home of the EverStart battery. A powerful battery for trucks, cars, boats, and mowers that you can count on to start when you need it to. And since it's at Walmart, you can also count on a good price. EverStart. The name says it all.
Goodbye.
If you've been postponing the purchase of a brand new truck, the Dodge Big Summer Clearance plays right into your hands. You see, it's even bigger than you might think. With up to $13.50 off on a Dodge Dakota or up to $11.85 in package value discounts on a Dodge Ram. So hurry to the Dodge Big Summer Clearance, because if you haven't figured it out already, it's big. See the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
Final look of the weekend. Deborah, hi. There you are. It's looking great. Everyone made it out to Music Under the Stars, and we lucked out. The rain moved in, moved out, and gave us a nice evening. A little warm and muggy out there. Let's take a look extended across the entire country, but first I'll start here in our area. Saturday, mid-80s to low 90s. Sunday, the same story. Sunshine, but the occasional possible thundershower in the afternoon. Should be a quick mover if we do get it, so 75% of your weekend looks dry, but we might see the occasional thundershower.
Okay, thanks, Deb.
Okay.
Well, the weather did hold off for a wonderful night along the riverfront. The 6th annual Music Under the Stars, as Deborah mentioned, went off without a hitch. Sounds of the Wheeling Symphony filled the air as the sun went down tonight. Maestro Rachel Warby led the performance and took some time out to address another subject.
What's my opinion about the game? I can't hear you. The herd. You heard it here. I'm sure it'll make the headlines. The herd.
Also on tap tonight, a coming home performance by Huntington native Demarius Cooper. And she brought the house down. There's no doubt about that. Nothing against Rachel Warby, but Demarius Cooper, who graduated from Huntington High, she was really something tonight.
Wow, that's great. I heard Carmen. A little bit of Carmen there.
We just heard a little bit of fireworks, too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just above the studio. Tim here on Huntington.
Sheila Gray in Charleston, thanks for sharing your evening with us, and have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Watched by more people than all other local station newscasts combined. Thanks for choosing WSAZ News Channel 3, where your news comes first. From